Hello friends and fellow health seekers. I am going to be making my super healthy green drink, protein drink mix today, and also preparing some supplies for the week. And this particular blend has helped me get healthier like on a daily basis, and it's completely nutritious. It's feeding my gut biome. It's making happy gut bugs. Happy gut bugs are happy sleep bugs. And this is what I do. You can mix and match. I've taken my inspiration from several places. One primary inspiration is Hyman. You can look him up. He's very intense on the subject of detox and proper nutrition. Matter of fact, he's on a mission to train the world, but I do suggest finding and watching him. Anyway, let's get going. I have to prepare my drink for the day. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to set it up. So I have a NutriBullet. What's it called? You'll see it later. NutriBullet Magic Bullet. It's strong enough to blend the kale that I do use, and so far it's done me really well. I take its big cup. I think it runs about 24 ounces. And I'm going to put about a cup of unsweetened almond milk in here. I happen to like the vanilla. And as you can see, this is a fairly generic brand. I do try to go organic. Next is my super tea, which I will do a separate video on my super tea, but this is like a healthy detox tea. It has rosemary, it has, anyway, I'm going to do it a different video. So I'm going to put in my super tea here, my detox tea. That's so I get the nutrition from that. And as you can see, that's pretty full. Then I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of my 4-seed mix. My 4-seed mix is made out of flax, equal parts of flax, chia, sesame. In this case, I have white sesame. I do use sesame with the shell on because that's more nutrition for my gut biome, and also hemp hearts. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons. And I need to stir this so that it blends. I will be right back. The flax and chia both expand in fluid. They can expand quite a bit. You can make a gel out of chia. The flax is also like that. So I will put in the water, or in this case the almond milk, and I will let it sit for 15 minutes while I get ready and do other things. What I'm going to add to this for my health, and we can talk about ingredients later, is I'm going to add some collagen and greens. Right now, the best source for this I've found is Amazon. I put in 1 serving. I will discuss this more in depth in a little bit. But I put that in. The collagen will help thicken it up. The greens, this particular blend is really good for me. It doesn't have anything that I'm particularly sensitive to. So that's what's in it. That's the outside of it. It helps me a lot. It fills in all these little micronutrients from all these different plants that I will never in the world be able to get all in one place. So that's this one. Then I will add usually a teaspoon of this kale powder. And the reason for the teaspoon of the kale powder is that it helps the liver detox. It helps get some excess estrogen out of your system. And I do like this particular farm. And I found these people on Amazon. They sell quite a few other dried products and the quality is excellent. So I put about a teaspoon, and there we go. That's about a teaspoon. I'm going to stir this some more. Let that get some water going. Let that. All right, and then the last ingredient before I do the protein powder is I put in real gelatin. And the reason for the real gelatin is that it adds some protein, types of protein, and it also thickens the drink. I happen to like the drink thick, so I spoon it when I finally eat it. And what else can I say about this? It just says beef gelatin, BSE free. Anyway, this is a good bag. It's a good price. You can get Knox gelatin in the grocery store in little packets. But you've got to read the label, because now Jell-O has turned into something made out of corn syrup or something ridiculous, and it's not the real Jell-O anymore. So I do about a teaspoon, and I mix that in, and then I let this set. Now for fairly decent prices on ingredients that I use. One of my favorite suppliers is iHerb.com, and I'm going to put that link down below plus a code. If you use the link and the code, I get a little perk against my next order, which is great. So this is going to sit while everything thickens up, but while it sits, I'm going to make my weekly stock of seeds. So instead of having to get every single tablespoon out of each bag, I usually make a package that I can just dip into. I have several days here, but I'm going to go ahead and make several days more. A tablespoon is 15 milliliters. 2 tablespoons makes an ounce. 2 ounces make a quarter cup. So a quarter cup of seeds is 4 days of 1 seed. So I'm going to go ahead and get going here on making this while we're waiting for things to thicken up. We're going to do our hemp hearts, and this is my brand new supply. These hemp hearts, that's this brand. They're fine. I'm going to do 2 scoops because it just saves me time to not have to come back. So here's 2 scoops here. Now I'm going to do 2 scoops of chia seeds. And here's some chia seeds. I'm going to put in 2 scoops of chia seeds while I make my weekly supply. These are nice seeds. And I like this brand. This there it is, NIVITAS organic. You definitely want to do organic if you can. GMO, pesticides, insecticides, whatever else goes in our food these days is not good for us. So there we go. I got hemp hearts. I have chia. This is now flax. Here's my flax seeds. 2 tablespoons of my flax. 1 and 2. Now foods. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with their quality of product. Here's the flax seeds. I do get a pretty good amount of them. I get them at a better price because I use them all the time. Now the last one is the sesame seeds, and here's these, and these are the sesame seeds that I have here. These sesame seeds are unhulled, and this is on purpose. The reason being is that the hulls, being fiber, are very good for your lower GI tract, and it'll help with all kinds of digestion issues. And here's 2 big scoops of the sesame seeds. So this is going to be probably almost 2 weeks of seeds. I do four tablespoons a day. And now I'm going to mix these up. Here we go. Mixing. Not very easy to do, right? Let's mix. Mixing is a good thing. Alright, so this is all mixed up. This is good to go for the rest of the weeks. And then we're going to talk about the protein powders, which I'm going to be using soon. Protein powders. I use 2 different kinds, and I alternate days. So let's do that. Oh, here's another. This is another unsweetened almond milk, which I also will use, whichever one's available. Okay, so in a little bit, I'm going to be putting some protein powder into my drink. I have 2 types. I have plant protein. Here's one type, and this is 25 grams, 1 heaping scoop, 138 calories, 5 grams of carbohydrates. It's made out of pea protein, flaxseed, chia seed, fructose, natural vanilla flavor, and stevia. So this is a low carb, fairly clean protein powder. I get it from wherever I can find it. This is NB Pure. Another protein powder that I'll use on a different day is organic protein, plant-based protein powder. Here's another one, vanilla bean. This is also 5 grams net carbs. And here's its ingredients. It's a little more enterprising, but you can look it up, right? And the last one that I'll use is I will alternate with a whey protein isolate. This is my favorite brand. They have different flavors. There's a little bit of vitamins in them, which I think helps me. And this is 0 carb protein, 25 grams of protein, whey protein isolate, which is a very clean form of protein. Apparently, you can try it, but it's casein pure. So here's, you're probably just going to have to go look it up, but I don't know if you can read the ingredients or not. But I really enjoy this protein powder. And so there you go. So here's my little drink here. It has a little bit more to go. It's starting to thicken up. I don't know if you can tell that it's thickening, but it does thicken up. So we're going to take a little break, and I'll be back to finish this off. Alrighty, now we're back. Our drink is thicker. One of the reasons for having it thicken up in advance is just so you don't have problems with the seeds expanding in your digestive tract without enough fluid. That's a bad idea. All right, so now the next ingredients that are going to go into this are going to be the protein powder, a little bit of sweetener, and also some of my fresh lettuce, which is salad in a jar. I'm going to be doing the protein powder today from the Whey, the IsoPure. It's my IsoPure day. I alternate just to get a greater span of nutrients. I do like my drinks a little bit sweet, so I use the sweet leaf or another 100% stevia sweetener. This one has a little bit of inulin in it, which happens to be a plant fiber. So the sweetener's going in there, and I'm going to mix it a little bit. I mostly am going to rely on the blender to do most of the mixing, but I have to put my lettuce in on this. Now, a little secret about lettuce. If you freeze your lettuce, then you can save it for your drinks and it won't go bad. So I have 2 different kinds of lettuce. The first one that I do this is an example of an organic baby spring mix. I picked this up at either Ralph's or at Sam's. It lasts a very long time. So I'm going to put like 2 nice handfuls in here of the frozen lettuce. And I like the baby spring mix because there's more, we hope, nutrition in the different colored leaves. You want the darker leaves. I believe personally that because we have so much bulk farming going on, that probably this isn't as nutritious as it looks, but it's fresh. Now, I also have this for later in the week. It's frozen right now. I'll open it up for one of my drinks later on. I do like the Trader Joe's quality. And also now what I have is, I get this at Kroger. It doesn't say organic. It is washed. It is kale. And then I'll break this open and put it in a bucket and freeze it. This is frozen. But I already have some in a bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and empty the bucket into here because I'm coming to the end of the last dose. So this is frozen. It looks like it's enough for maybe 2 drinks. So I'm going to put this in. I usually do this part in the sink because sooner or later some plant part is going to get on the outside. You can see here it's getting outside. My nutritionist recommended that I have some fresh berries, which might be good for some people. So these are some fresh wild blueberries from Trader Joe's. I only do a little bit. I've been low carb keto most of my life, and I'm sensitive when it comes to too many carbs. So as you can see, this is getting pretty full. And what I'm actually going to put on top of it now is some water. This is just what I'm using today, but this is a very nice mineral water from Italy. It's non-carbonated. I do not like carbonated mineral water. Anyway, I'm going to add this here, and we're going to... Now, I got to watch how full it gets because I have to pour this into a different container when I'm done, but I think we're going to be fine. So I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to move my little handy-dandy blender over here as far as it'll go. And let's give this a grind. Ready? Did it again. Gotta watch these things. They shake themselves loose. Anyway, I will clean that up when we're done. 1 second. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yummy, yummy. It tastes awesome, frankly. And once you get used to the taste, depending on how sweet you like it, I welcome it. You know, it's fresh, it's got the protein in it, it's got the vanilla flavoring in it. It's definitely a green drink. And this is a meal in a bottle. I ran the numbers on it in my carb counter. It's got about 15 grams of net carbs. Plenty of fiber, of course. And then it has about 400 calories. So it is a meal in a bottle. All right, I am going to sign off at this point. Thank you for watching me make a mess, but I hope that you have the green drink ingredients now that you can do it yourself. Thank you. Oh, if you want to add chocolate powder, go right ahead. I've done it. It tastes great. You may need to add more sweetener. And usually I put this into a different blender bottle and I take it to work and eat it there. All right, talk to you later. Bye.